So let's get back to basics, to the core of what I bang on about every video. I may talk about things that affect my life, but the core of all those conversations lies a common thread. I started this YouTube channel years ago, many years ago, and then I was just talking about walking in the countryside and appreciating the countryside, and then along came the slow living people, and I saw those videos and I watched them and I thought, hang on, this is me, this is what I've been doing for so long, but I wanted to put my own take on it. And it worked and it was nice and I enjoyed doing them, but slowly but surely we drifted away a little bit and started talking about problems we might have, ways we may overcome those problems in life. But occasionally we need to come back and just get a little bit grounded. So that's what I want to do today. I just want to talk about life, how to relax, about sitting quietly in nature, being in nature, moving through nature. A love of nature and a love of keeping things simple, because by keeping things simple we leave space for good vibes to enter, and when those good vibes enter they take up all the space on the bus and there's no room for bad thoughts because they've got nowhere to sit. Sitting quietly in nature. Nowadays they've got names for it. They have names for everything, don't they, nowadays? Sometimes they call it nature sitting, forest bathing, mindful observation, things like that. But whatever you call it, whatever name you want to hang on it, whatever tag you want to hang on it, whatever suits you, whatever fits with your mindset, all of them have a surprising range of benefits for the mind and the body. Even a short 10 or 20 minutes in nature, appreciating nature, being out in it physically, being out in it mentally through the technology we have, looking at a screen of nature, it's the same thing. It gives us a bit of a break. Here is my idea of what the main benefits are. Being out in nature improves clarity and mental focus, because the environment we're out in these days is so busy, isn't it, and demands so much of us, demands so much of our senses. It demands that we stay in that space and think about all the stimulation that's going on around us. Being out in nature actually does completely the opposite. Being out in nature clears your mind. It kind of, it's a different kind of stimulation. And psychologists have a name for this. They call it attention restoration. It clears mental fatigue and improves concentration. It enhances the creativity in us all, and I really believe it does, and it gives our minds a rest, doesn't it? It gives our minds a rest from all the stimulus out there. The stimulus that is kind of good in a way. It keeps us going, it keeps the blood flowing, but we do need a break from it, because you can't have constant stimulation. You go to work every day in the big city and you work for the man and you do this and you do that, and then you come home and you're still answering emails, and then you've got your family concerns and everybody wants a piece of you, and then you get out in nature and it's just relax time. And this is why people quite often get new ideas when they're out in nature, and they do, don't they? And when you think about it, you think, yeah, that's obvious. I knew that. Being out in nature. And why do we get these new ideas when we're out in nature? Because we're not thinking about anything else. There's nothing else to distract us. If things are distracting us all the time, you're not going to think of new things. You're just going to think of things in the present. Think of the pressures you've got. or the stimulus that's coming in. There's no room, because you just need, it's like you open a notebook to write something down, but somebody's scribbled on every line. There's nowhere to write. So the impetus goes, doesn't it? You sit there and you think, well, what's the point of that? There's nowhere to write. You need the blank page, don't you? You need the blank page where you can be the first one to set a mark there, to write a word there, to put a thought there, to be creative there. And that's what nature does for you. It relaxes your mind, keeps you creative. We all need to be creative. I think if we aren't creative in some way, I think even the most staid of us can get frustrated, because we've all got a certain amount of creativity and it needs to come out. And of course, being out in nature supports emotional well-being, doesn't it? When you're out in nature, I believe that your anxiety reduces, that you get a feeling of well-being, just because nature is what you expect it to be. Nature is what nature has been all through the millennia, and we all know it. It's non-threatening. It's difficult to go out in nature and get angry at nature unless nature has been destructive, and then we tend to hold it in awe rather than anger. It improves your mood, doesn't it? I think it improves your mood, and it kind of gives you a feeling of gratitude for what you've got and what's around you, that the other world, the corporate world, hasn't encroached on it and hasn't destroyed it. It's still here, it's safe. It needs to be protected. And then we get a feeling of a connection with something other than ourselves, and we don't know what it is, but it's nature. It's created. We're connecting with Mother Nature, because Mother Nature's a thing. Because it's all living. Out here is all living. It's not just some kind of inert object. Nature is alive all around us. And I also think, and this popped into my mind as I was thinking about this really, I never even considered it, but now when I think about it, it makes perfect sense. When you're out in nature, nature begins to reveal itself. You sit in nature, and animals, small animals, will get less wary of you. Will. See this with squirrels, and especially robins, very gregarious creatures. And they will come closer. As sounds become clearer and closer. The wind, the temperature, each breeze, not only does he feel it against your skin, not only do you become more sensitive to it, but you come to become more sensitive to its effects. You become sensitive to the way it rustles through the leaves, blows the grass, blows the water on the reservoirs and ponds around us, blows the birds about in the sky when it's really blowing. And that automatically, I think, improves your mindfulness, one of these buzzwords that everybody uses nowadays. Your mindfulness and your presence in nature. And I'm going to use buzzwords like that because they are buzzwords, but they actually describe it so well, don't they? Mindfulness. Mindfulness just gives the impression of peace within yourself. And presence is kind of this overwhelming feeling, isn't it? Presence of being as one, being here, belonging. You belong in nature, we belong in nature, when sometimes we're the ones who are going out and crashing about in nature, making a right bloody mess of things and ruining things. And at the end of the day, we belong in nature. We lived hand in glove with nature till not that long ago, when we relied solely on the things we could hunt and the things we could grow and things that actually grew out of ground that gave us our building materials for our homes. We were kind of in consort with nature then, and we've kind of grown away from that, haven't we? And what's that due to? Is that due to our own arrogance? Or have we just lost it a little bit and it's something we need to get back to? Have we just decided that we're going to concentrate on more worldly things like politics, the way we interact with other countries, the way we fight with other countries? We need to get back to just being present in the present. Don't you think? And of course, there's the physical health benefits that we all know about, don't we? Being out in nature, wandering about in nature, lowers your blood pressure, promotes better sleep, exercise. I mean, it's a win-win situation. You're getting exercise, you're getting fresh air. It's keeping your blood pressure down, keeping the blood flowing through your muscles, no matter how hard you attack the exercise of being out in nature. It's all good. It's all a win-win. There are no downsides to it. So just find a quiet spot out in nature and sit there for a while, or stand there for a while, and just let the peace and the quiet and the stillness wash over you. And you will become more aware of everything around you. Because nature's very complicated, nature's very busy, nature's going about its business. All the creatures are there, going about the business. All the insects and the small mammals, the trees moving in the breeze, the water of the lakes, just moving about in nature. And it does this 24/7. When we are here in nature, it's doing it. When we are not here in nature, it's doing exactly the same for someone else's benefit. It's doing it when we're at work. It's doing it when we're asleep. Nature is just doing its thing all the time, non-stop, and never changing. Just the same rhythm. This rhythm. It's got this heartbeat. This rhythm that just keeps going for generations and generations. And it's awe-inspiring. Nature, I find nature awe-inspiring. And I think that's what keeps me craving the need to just come out here again and just walk slowly in nature with my little dog, listening to the birds that I can hear over my head now. I love it. And I'm lucky because it's costing me nothing either. It doesn't cost me a penny because I haven't got much money anyway. Nobody's standing at the door of nature charging you an entrance fee. Nobody's giving you a ticket. You don't have to go online and book a visit to nature, do you? It's just here for everybody, waiting for us. Non-threatening. It's brilliant. It's not only non-threatening, it's welcoming. That's what's good about it. And this is the part I like most. The part that reduces stress, brings down your cortisol levels. Just this. This is what lowers my heart rate. Just sitting here, staring out across this water. There's something magical about water. I think we all know that, whether it be a waterfall, a stream, a reservoir, the sea. There is something very, very magical and comforting. When, even on an area like this, a reservoir, there's a breeze, so it means that the water is lapping up against the shingle on the side of the reservoir, bashing against the trees that grow out of the reservoir when it's almost in spate. And the open water is cool, no matter where you are in relation to this. The breeze that comes into your face will be cool, carried across the cold water, and it's grey. And you can tell the danger, you recognise the danger, you recognise the majesty without having to feel it and experience it. We can respect areas like this, and we can sit here and it makes us small, and it puts everything in perspective, and it's wonderful. And I can sit here for hours and I have to drag myself away from these places to go back to the normal life that's waiting out there for me. All the jobs to do and bills to pay and people to see. And I miss it until next time I come, and next time I come, it's like the first time I've ever come. And I appreciate it for that. It's a new experience every time, because every day is different, the weather's different every day. One day this may be like a mill pond, one day it's like a raging ocean with huge waves bashing against the shore. And I love it. And we're going to stay here for a bit longer now. So we'll see you on the flip. Peace and love.